I did 3,182 calf raises in 1 month in an attempt to go from this to this. Now, did I succeed? No, but I did have some noticeable improvement. So I started out with measuring both my calves, and they were both 15 inches in circumference. And here's what they look like before as well. Now, I've seen similar challenges to this before. I've seen things where it's 30 days of push-ups, 30 days of squats, 30 days of running, so forth. Now, for me, I've always had small calves. So doing this 30-day or month-long challenge was something that I could see if there was any real difference to be made. Now, the goal was to do 100 calf raises each day. And then some days I did come in a little under, and I would have to catch those up on other days. Some days I did above and beyond, but overall it averages a little over 100 per day, which is what I was looking for. When the month was over, I measured them again, and they came out at 15.5 inches and looked like this. Now, I would love for them to keep growing, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that there was that much growth in such a short period of time. Because with anything weightlifting or bodybuilding related, increasing the size of a muscle is actually exceptionally hard once you've gone past the newbie stage. Now, I do think that my calves are probably a little more pumped and a bit more inflamed from overuse over the last month, so this number might not be a for sure permanent increase, but still for me, it's a really positive thing to see that much of a change in such a short time. Now, I do want to say this, if I were to do this again, I would do some things differently. First, I would have progressively overloaded more, meaning I would have made each week harder than the last. It probably would have looked something like week 1, just doing those 100 calf raises, get the body used to that added stress on the muscle. Week 2, 100 calf raises each day, but this time I'm gonna focus more on the stretched aspect of the calf raise. For those who are unaware, the stretched portion appears to be more important than the contracted portion. Week 3 would look like doing the stretched aspect, doing the 100 calf raises, but this time I'm now gonna add some weight to it, whether that's with dumbbells, whether that's with some ankle weights, or that's just something around the house that I'm using. I just gotta make sure I'm consistent with the weight I'm using. And a 4th week would probably be something with a combination of everything, but now I would probably take things closer to failure, and I might exceed 100 calf raises each day if I'm doing something like that. Now, I do think doing the challenge this way would have led to more muscle growth rather than what I did. The reason I didn't do it this way is because it was hard enough doing the challenge and executing with my 30 days of just 100. There were days, like I said, that I missed some amount and I had to cover up and do those, or I had to cover them and do them the next day. There was days where I got to the end of the day and I was like, shoot, now I got to do 100 all at once or as quickly as possible, basically. And it led to some, I would say, squeeze in the schedule per se. That's not optimal. That's not the best thing for me. Now, if I had made more of a commitment with my time or done like, I'm going to do my calf raises at 2 p.m. every single day, that would have been something that probably would be more beneficial if I took this a bit more seriously. To me, it was just like, let's get the 100 calf raises done each day and leave it at that, and we'll see what happens. Clearly, there was growth. Could it have been more optimal? Of course. And that's why I'm giving these tips on what I would have done differently. Overall, I would say I'm glad I did this. If you're someone with small calves, maybe give this a try. Again, I would advise doing the more progressively overloaded style, because that'll probably lead to more muscle growth. But if it's something that you just want to do a challenge style and knock it out, feel free to do it this way. The 100 days, or 100 days. Just do it the 100 per day for 30 days, a month, whatever, and see what happens. Make sure you do your measurements so you're not lying to yourself. And who knows, you might have more of a growth than I did, you might have less, depends person to person. Overall, I would say it was a positive thing, and I would recommend doing it if you haven't done something like this. If you guys liked the video, feel free to leave a like for me. If you didn't like the video, dislike it, but let me know what I can do better in the future. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Take it easy.